How the July side quest works. Hello everybody, hope you're doing well. There's a lot on this month. That's something that you're gonna have to put up with. Lots of things to do. Great actually in some ways, because then people can't complain there's nothing to do in game. First of all, side quest. It is the alpha one, which is there. The alpha fight Deadpool and Wolverine one, week 1. And as the weeks are mentioned there, they appear weekly. It's a quest. Go in, do the paths. Do all difficulties if you want. Depending if you're lower, you might be interested in lower rewards, you maybe not. It's the same end boss each time you go into the particular quest. So, you go in like this. Well, click preview, to be honest. We'll kind of like figure out. And by the end of it, because it's SAS, there was Sabretooth at the end. Hey, Sabretooth. How many times? 3 times. So go do that if you want to. What else is this all about? Well, on the notes, it said, the command notes, it said there's no cost to enter. But that's not strictly true because, yes, okay, it is no cost to enter. But as I'm kind of like, I'm going to have to update the guide. It will cost you 1 energy per tile. That is going to be something we're going to come back to at a later date when it comes to the solo event because there's more to that. In the rewards are based on completion exploration with no repeatable rewards. So, you know, repeating the path. And I don't think because they're on the path, because normally how it works is if rewards are on the path, that means you get them on repeat unless they go away after it. But they're not this time. So you have to go and do, as you can see here with the rewards, completion and the exploration. In the spreadsheet guide that I normally put out each month for side quest, it'll give you information. If you click the tab of side quest rewards, there's a tab at the bottom, it will take you to this tab. This tab will give you an idea of what are some of the spicier things to come out of the event, especially if you're willing to do all the threats, or at least some of the things in the threats that are going to be, you know, interesting to you. Whether or not it's 6-star shards, whether or not it's primordial dust, that is covered in this this particular tab of the spreadsheet. The solo objectives are things that give you cosmetics. Whether or not you like a nice little profile picture, you can go and do either Schools Out or Gamma Gauntlet. Whether or not there's several others that come into the game that you can play, hey, that's a nice little extra. Apart from that, there's nothing that's too important with it. But there will be other things as well. As mentioned here, weekly events, milestones containing Mysterium, and you'll need to get the Mysterium, because you need that for the currency for the trader's outpost, which gives you extra rewards that you can grab. There's also weekly ranked solo events which repeat on said weekly basis. So you need to use House of Mirror, Clarity Champs in the Alpha Fight side quest. That'll be down to you whether or not you're interested in going further with it. So you could be like, okay, I'm going to take into threat level 4, threat level 5, some of those particular champions. Go to your edit team, go to your filter, go to your tags, and add the tags based on those particular champions, which are, you can, I think if you put Saga Attack and Saga Defender, it will come up with a list of those quite easily, but you could sort it, I think, by Clarity and House of Mirrors, but I always do it like here if I need quick access to them. So those may be the champions that you want to pick for this one. Maybe we'll talk about some counters on a weekly basis. That could be quite good for the side quest. Will anybody care? Well, we'll have to see. There's also more with this. As we said, there was a solo event that comes in part and parcel with it called Coin Line. Coin Line does give certain players, I don't think it's everybody, but it's certain players, Magnetron crystals right at the very end, which is 1. And you will need to do these on a weekly basis. And from a rank rewards perspective, you can get nice little extra rewards, which are these Hairballs and Oddballs Crystal shards, going right the way top to the 1% to 5%, which gives you profile pick selector. So you can choose one of many of them right there. Those are actually quite cool ones that have been designed, whether or not you're probably into the Wolverine one. What else? Well, there's a few other things as well going on. We've mentioned about that. We've also got to mention about beefier rewards and Alliance War Showcase incursions and Spring of Sorrow Gauntlet. All those 3 things, which are live at the moment, will give those like extra rewards that you need, but of course they require their own little guides. We've done one for incursions, we've got to do one for Alliance War Showcase, and next week is Spring of Sorrow Gauntlet, so that's what we're going to be focused on next week as well. Bit of a reminder from me about buying Magnetron crystals from the Trader's Outpost. That is what you should really be focusing and doing. So go to your Trader's Outpost, today. I did tell you in some previous content about saving back. If you are saving back some saving back some Mysterium, you can buy 10 of the Magnetron crystals. I do stress that as well. Going into, say, don't go over 50k, by the way, because you'll lose all your Mysterium. But going to the end of an event, like the end of this one, going into August, make sure to save back at least 15,000 Mysterium, just so that when it comes to day one, you can buy, which is the thing that I'm doing, which now I've just bought 10 and I've had no worry. Something that we'll talk about in a video soon is the fact that Kabam have given us an extra Magnetron crystal. If you look at the Deadpool and Wolverine Alpha Fight messaging game, you should receive a Magnetron crystal, which is going to be great because I was actually down one day. I do have 4 grace crystals or 4 grace points. I'm now back up to 4 when I was down to 3 because I missed Battlegrounds objective day. But apart from that, I've been doing them relatively fine. And that's really how the side quest works for this month. If there's anything extra, I'll add it to the spreadsheet. But let's get into threat level 5 and play about with some House of Mirror and Clarity champions in the mode, because we want to try and do coin line as well as a solo event. Okay, let's begin. I'm going to go down the left side. The left side is a beat the buzzer and clean slate and equal energized, and I think this is going to be a very straightforward system. I'm going to use hopefully just like different champions. First of all, starting off with Angela, as I expect a lot of armor break on the champion. I can't nullify the armors on Civil Warrior, so I'm just going to straight up go for SP1 rotations of Angela for the armor breaks. So we're just going to hit off that there. Unfortunately, with this kind of like energized element to it, I'm just going to be a bit careful about Civil Warrior right now on stuff. Actually, I think Clean Slate takes away my opportunity to armor break, so I need to be very careful about that. All the confidence, Rich, but you know, you've got to be careful. No, actually, I think no, it is immune. Okay, fine. I've also got to be careful about rotation because as soon as throwing like certain types of attacks. Sorry, I'll just pause there. Beat the buzzer, isn't it? With beat the buzzer, which handy you can read notes partway through. When the attacker feels a bar of power, 8 seconds started if the attacker does not use it. So that's fine. You've just got to use a special attack as quickly as possible. And you can see there, beat the buzzer has started, and we've got to a bar of power. So we need to throw that SP1, which is handy for Angela because you spend a lot of time throwing SP1s just to keep not if you go too high, then you're not getting that benefit of that fury rotation. So that's always good. We're like a nice good start, nice clean fight. Now we're going to muck around with Bullseye. That sounds weird. Get to the SP1, throw the SP1 because beat the buzzer. I don't want to die. So we're just going to then build, there we go, SP2. And back in again, punching off the SP2 of Gwenpool. Throwing another SP1. They throw an SP2. We're then back in again because we can't rotate any other way. Beat the buzzer on again. So just hang back a little bit. Oh. Throw the SP1. I did my release wrong. I should always remember to kind of like release better with that. But in any case, AI is being wonky. That's fine though. Not the right way to play Bullseye, but it is what it is. I wanted to break out a Mega Sentinel. I am thinking about either a Mega Sentinel into the final fight, but there are some elements that would restrict my how do you describe it? They restrict my plans with that. So I've got to be careful. Mainly as robotic champions, which of course she is. It does mean I will have to consider Shuri because she is shock immune. He says in theory, but he could be wrong. Anyway. Throw in a striker, throw a cheeky SP1 finish, boom, and that's done. The end boss has aggression, regeneration, sharpen claws, physical burst, reflect, cutting wires, and galvanize. The champion will give you shock, and that would be a problem potentially for Mega Sentinel. But then I'm almost thinking, because it says slash through blocks inflicting 5 stacks of bleed. Each bleed does 10% attack over 3 seconds. I don't think Sharpened Claws is actually that bad. Aggression regeneration and the regeneration of the champion is a slight concern, and that does pinpoint me more of an interest to heal block. So maybe I'll just do that with a Mega Sentinel to begin with. and take it from there, possibly. Anyway, let's just live dangerously. Otherwise, I would have used Shuri for this fight. Anyway, we got the bleeds on us first and foremost. The heal block is in action, which, again, is good. Because that suppresses the enemies. And I guess I'm regenning. Yeah, so that's fine. I thought I would get, like, some element of issue there. I've got to be careful with that. I was thinking, like, he travels that distance. And you've always got to be so careful with this. Is he going to throw? Yes, there we go. Good boy, throwing his SP1. The AI is doing good. Normally I have a bit of a moan about the AI when it comes to this. Am I going to play aggressively right now? Am I going to go balls to the wall? Okay, that's fine. I think this is a clean fight. This is alright, SP2, and then we're done. Hey! Here we go, the rewards, tier for Alpha. Nice. Let's have a look at what that's done to the solo event. The solo event, I think, has been smashed out. Yeah, coin line there to 20 points. Now that's going to be the thing, isn't it? Like how deep you go into this, because it's pretty easy, it's pretty straightforward if you're willing to use those House of Mirror champions, those Clarity champions. You can find yourself picking up all that lovely stuff. Look at that, done for a week in record time. I think this was done, the raw recording of this is 15 minutes, but I think it was 5 minutes in that particular game mode. Great, a simplified, really good from Kabam. That's been how this side quest works. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please consider hitting the like button, supporting the channel, checking out any other content which is on screen. We've got a bit more to cover when it comes to this side quest, and I'll be working on an Alliance Will Showcase video very, very soon. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Have a lovely day and goodbye.